Okay, so I'm not sure why. Not sure why things broke. Yeah, I'm not sure why things broke, but I should be good now. Take two for the stream. All right, let me people know. Okay, so we're live again. Hopefully it stays that way. Stream's healthy. YouTube's currently receiving... Man, I don't know what happened with my data. Looks like we're good, I guess. Huh, weird. Weird. All right, if you're here from the previous stream, let me know that we're back up. I think we're good now. I don't know what happened. Yeah, my internet said no, apparently. So I don't know what the heck happened. But, yeah, take two. Take two. Alright, and actually we'll go ahead and grab all of these bottom pieces here. And then we'll take them down. And then all of them except the corner are going to be laid on top of each other, so we don't have to worry about it. So, we're back for real this time. I don't know what happened. My music's good, you can hear me loud and clear. Awesome, thanks Army. Yeah, Sysith, we're here. We're here now. Man, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it just cut out of me like that. Who knows? Everything was good. Like, the stream health and everything was good. And even now, it's giving me, like, some weird issues. So I wonder if there's just, like, something else going on. But I pay for really good internet. Or at least I supposedly pay for really good internet. So... Don't know, man. Don't know. When I build my own house, I'll get fiber directly to the house, and then I won't have to worry about stuff like this. So, Will Arena, you just got your diploma, cap and gown, and you're done. Congratulations, Will. Well done, man. Where are you off to next? What's next in your career of college and junk? University of East London. Well done, man. Have fun across the pond. What made you decide to go to the University of East London? Like, what was it for you that were just like, all right, I'm going here. It's happening. Ah, shoot. Okay. Why didn't I have a snap? Okay. Alright, hold on. Okay, why? What the heck is going on here with these? Oh, some are slightly larger than others. They're not quite the exact same size, are they? No, they are not. That's okay. Which one is the biggest one? This one's the biggest one? Weird. You'd think they'd all be the same size because they're all the same exact thing. So, you missed me this year? Aw. I would say I missed you too, and I probably missed you as a person, but I don't miss being in the classroom, so I feel like I can't say I missed you too. You know? Don't take that personal. Because, like, I missed seeing you, but I didn't miss having to be your teacher. And not just your teacher. I just didn't miss being in a public school classroom anyways. And I'm probably going to just keep digging myself a hole, so I'm going to take that and just say that's as good and as wonderful as I can say it. So congratulations. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm sorry that your senior year ended with a pandemic. You know, and I'm sorry you probably had a very bad experience overall for your senior year, but all right, now we can turn back snapping on. There we go. So there's not going to be the same size, which is weird because they are literally copies of each other. But there you go. That's fine. All right, so then we have the very, very bottom piece here, and I'm going to take this whole bottom piece, come over here, rotate that 180 degrees, and into the corner with you. Definitely want to save our work, because if the stream cuts out again, I don't want it to be because my computer crashes. That would be aggravating. Okay, so what a... Whoa. Okay. I just hit a bunch of stuff. How did those things get hidden? I don't know. What even are these things? These are just like a bunch of random junk. Okay, so we've got all of these pulled over to the side. Let's look at these ones. Actually, we can probably grab all of those. Something like that. Pull these down here and see what we got going on. Am I still alive? Is the stream like having some issues? Because I'm seeing a live feed play back for me, and it keeps pausing to buffer every once in a while. So the stream is good for you guys? Okay. Then it's just on my end, which is weird. So, ArcZeo, welcome to the stream. Thanks for letting me know. And Will, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, once the stream drops, I'm kind of just like, you know, I don't. So, but Will said the reason you're going to London is you wanted to travel and be out of Florida mainly. I understand that. I'll never go back to Florida for any period longer than like to visit family, and then I'm leaving. But you found this college, you've talked to a lot of people there, and it's affordable and close to downtown London, which is going to be fun. That's awesome, dude. Take full advantage of that. That's fantastic. I'm so happy for you, and I'm kind of jealous. Make good decisions. All right, let's get this next one. There we go. Make wise choices, Will. Make wise choices. And take full advantage of the fact that, like, you're going overseas to, like, enjoy a different culture and have fun. The being away from family may hurt you a little bit more than you realize. Just throwing that out there. I didn't think being away from my family would be that bad, but having not seen any of them in about a year, almost at this point, yeah, I kind of miss him. I won't tell that to him, but I kind of miss him. So, ArcZeo, I watch your videos daily now. Well, thank you. And if you don't mind making a video about the add-ons you use sometime. So, I use 3 add-ons, but really I only use 1. Well, depending on what I do. So, if I'm live streaming, I've got like a speed sculpt add-on that I paid for that I use. I have an add-on for doing hair curves that I downloaded but I don't use on a regular basis. But the only add-on really that I use on a regular basis is called the F2 add-on, and then eventually I'll be using the Rigify add-on for rigging characters because it makes it really easy. So the F2 add-on is literally just for adding in faces in a square instead of like, so you can select a corner vertex and it just fills in a square. Instead of having to like select everything and then subdivide and pull. Sometimes it doesn't work. Like it was giving me trouble earlier, but that's really it. That's like all I use for add-ons and stuff. And then I've got Shortcut VR, which apparently I turned off. Okay, let me get rid of those gizmos and junk. I don't want those. And I guess technically I don't need that either right now because I'm just using hotkeys and selecting junk. So, all right. So, what is this? That's the big corner piece. Also a corner piece. All right. We'll select all those. We'll pull those over for the corners. But take a look at this. Where is this? So. Thank God for a pop punk. Try UV Packmaster for rapid automatic UV unwrapping. Is that free or is that something I gotta pay for? So, Will, thanks for stopping by, man. Oh, I'm an hour behind Florida, so it's nighttime, but it's not near as bad there. So have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Costs $40. Okay, well then I will put it on the to try list. In fact, let me write that down. I'll just let me pull up a note and write that down. Okay, it is the UV Packmaster. Does it do like all your unwrapping and everything for you? I'll have to look into that. That'd be really cool. Rapid automatic UV unwrapping. How good, or like if I put a character in there for a pop punk, if I put a character in there, one button, whole thing unwrapped perfectly, or like pretty close to perfectly. That might be worth $40. That might be worth $40 rather than me sitting here doing this. All right, so we'll grab these. Control L. These are basically the same, so we'll just put them close to. All right. So L here, and then scale X -1 to get us the right shape. Put it back on top. And there we go. Wooden things on the side. These are going to be the top wood pieces. So Control L here. Move these down. And then I might as well try to grab the top wooden piece here and over here. And then pull these down and maybe be able to work on them a little bit better. So these are gonna line up here, so I guess we can just select L, rotate 90 degrees, negative. Here we go. They should be the same size. So why are they not the same size? I don't know. It's dumb. But I'll definitely check into that for a pop punk. Do I pick that up on like Blender Market? Okay, yeah. Already unwrapped those. Already unwrapped these. So now I suppose we could probably okay, it's gonna go just like that, which means basically that all I have to do here is just grab these and drop these on top here. That is dumb. Oh, Scale Y, -1. Crap. Turn off snapping. Scale Y, -1. There we go. And yeah, then we can move it on there. Oh, it's on Gum Road. Okay, that is good to know. So that way I can pick that up. Or at least look into it to pick it up. Okay. Alright, what's next? It's just going to be a bunch of these, aren't they? Yep. Alright, where is this face and why is it disconnected? That's so weird, but I don't want to re-unwrap it because if I re-unwrap it, all this work is going to get undone. So who knows why that doesn't work the way that it works. Try to make unwrap with UDIMs for each modular piece. Yeah, I could. I was thinking these would get more used in a game, so I wouldn't be unwrapping each piece as a UDIM. But oh, this is a lot of work. But yeah, I feel like this is probably better because the original intent was like, I was gonna sell these for games and stuff, and you can't really use UDIMs in games, so. I feel like I don't need this face. There we go. That's close enough. Yeah, there's no way I should need that face because the other side doesn't have that face. So, cool. All right, so I guess let's do the tops here, I suppose. Control L. Where are my tops? Now I know they're all gonna have to go together, and that's fine, but I just want to put them close together. Why are these? I thought I removed these faces. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that, Adorno. I don't know why. I don't know why the stream cut out. But we're back. so here are my top faces. Those up here. Alright, so now we get the middles. Alright, and so now we should be able to do the bottoms. And those are just everything down here. So I don't know why some of these faces split off, but I imagine this face, yeah. We still good? Okay, I don't want to see my thing buffering over here. I don't want the stream to die again. Murphy's Law. Yeah, whatever can go wrong, absolutely will go wrong. Oh yeah, so we already put that together. So where's this? Guess let's grab all of those. And these are the top faces, so put them up here with the tops. Middles. And here we got some bottoms. Where is that face? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It'll be on the bottom over there, so I just want to put these in the same general area. Means we're gonna move these faces real quick. Pull these down here somewhere. Okay, and I think, yeah, so now we've got these corner pieces here. These are some pretty large pieces. We'll put those on the board. Is the mic volume too low? Am I just not talking into the mic? Is that the problem? Josue, welcome to the stream. Can you hear me now? Is that better? I move it closer. The mic volume's up pretty loud, but if I'm not talking into it, the mic doesn't do great. That's better? Okay, cool. Yeah, I know the mic can get pretty loud, so I tend to keep it slightly away from my face. That and the fact that it should be able to pick up literally everything in the room. And my wife's got like college classes and stuff going on, so since I don't have my own studio yet where I can just work all the time, I don't want it to pick up everything in my house. Alright, and these corner pieces here, we'll grab all of those, pull those down here. Yeah. And it looks like kind of looks like that should, or that would fit in right here, basically. Something like that, but we pulled those apart, so it's fine. It's just going to need to be kept somewhat close together. So I guess we can take these up here. Now, normally you definitely want to go from like large piece to small piece, and we will do that. But I'm just trying to fit them in to the 0 to 1 space. For right now, and then once we fit them in, then we'll maybe scale them up a little bit and try to position them a bit better. Oh, that's gonna go like that. So I guess negative 270. Don't know where. Control L. Oh, okay. These are basically the exact same. They're just... they're almost the exact same. They're not quite, though. So let's rotate that 180. Why aren't these attached to a face? Where's this face? Why are these over here? Why aren't they? That's so dumb. That should like attach right here, and I don't know why it's not attached. So we're gonna just snip it together. Okay, well, this is really roughly as loud as I can get the mic to be. I put the music at a volume level, so I'm just not shouting into the mic. I'm kind of like talk a little low, but that's literally about as high as I can turn this mic up. So it's good for a condenser mic. But the song really is like I'm playing it as low volume as I can, so I don't know. Yeah. Josue, you might just need to turn your stuff up. But I don't know. I don't know your sound situation. Alright, so where are the other middle faces? They're over here. right, and then we got our bottom faces here. And where are these? Making modular pieces is definitely harder on paper and in unwrapping than in modeling. Yeah, that's pretty true. Are these faces duplicated? Are you kidding me, right, Meow? You're kidding me, right, Meow? It grabs all of them. Well, we'll get rid of those two. So delete those faces. And now, great. So then that means these need to actually be the ones to go up here. Something like that. All right, now I just have a couple of straggler pieces. So where the heck are ye? Excuse me, good sir. I thought I had already positioned you where you needed to go. What do you mean? Great. Okay, so it looks like it's an internet problem for me. Why isn't YouTube receiving? Let's turn off the music. Let's see if the problem was the music. Because now my wife is in class, so she's also streaming. Okay, we're good now. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about your volume, dude. So my internet's telling me no again. My internet's telling me like, dude, why are you streaming the UV process? And to that I say, deal with it. All right, where's this face? What on earth? Delete that face. We don't need that face. Where's this one? Right next to it. Delete that. We don't need that. Okay, so these are the same. Cool. 90 degrees. Whatever. Looks like we won't have any music. Everything seems fine on yours. Everything seems fine on Army's. Josue, I'm sorry. I don't know, man. All right, there we go. Yeah, now I can't do music now. Dang it. I liked my music. Oh well. You guys will just have to put on your own, because otherwise the internet's just like, hey, you don't have enough. Well, let's try it. Let's try it again. And let's see if YouTube says the stream is going to buffer again. So we gave it a minute. And we'll see. We'll just monitor it. Keep an eye out. Okay, so basically everything is good here, but we've got a problem. And that problem is that we're not taking up as much of the UV space as we probably could. So I'm going to scale it up a bit. Just a bit, not too much. And then now that everything's kind of lined up, we can put these large pieces in first. Without music, it is impossible to work, Adorno. It's an adventure in learning how to please YouTube. I don't like that. Maybe that's just because I've got a terrible mind. I don't like the idea of pleasing YouTube. What are you gonna do? So, okay, I mean, everything looks good, as far as I can tell. So, first lesson, you can't. Perfect. There we go. Lesson learned. Massa YouTube is not who we shall please. All right, and then we're just gonna put these back on here. And I think now that I've scaled it up, I should be able to basically deal with as much space as I could probably fit in here comfortably. Okay, so then this other middle. Ah, nope. Okay, it is the music. No. Okay. All right, YouTube. I've stopped streaming music. You tell me if it's good. I think we've got to give it like a minute before it receives enough stuff. Huh. What good is paying for 250 megabit speed if I can't even stream a little music? It would be time to pull out the old boombox. I suppose I could. We could do that. I could go get my laptop and but I think the problem is that the internet traffic is too big because my wife is currently streaming for her class, and she's got to do video feedback for the class, and then yeah, it's kind of aggravating. But I think that's the problem. All right, so we can take all of the. Oh, I don't want all of those. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what software they're using for this school, but I think they're probably doing yeah, so I'm good now. So it's aggravating, but what are you going to do, you know? What are you going to do if I had a boombox? But yeah, the problem is just the music can't be at the same time. Should get mad at her professor. Be like, you are throwing into my business. You're making it hard to do my job. But whatever. Oh wait, let me put these over here. I really just want this big piece right now. Okay, this might be all the UVing we have time for tonight because I want to get into texturing these guys. Put that up there. Okay, and this is even more boring without music. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this is even more boring without music. Tell you what, man, I've been applying for jobs, and if I end up moving again, I'm moving to a place with like super quality internet. That's what I'm going to prioritize. Fiber internet in my house. I used to have that when I started this whole thing, and then I moved out of there. And I'm glad I moved out of there, but also having fiber internet directly to my house was something that I took for granted. I'll have to do the texturing when the wife isn't streaming a class. Well, we're going to get in, maybe. We'll get into the texturing a little bit tonight. Just kind of putting these in here haphazardly. I don't like the fact that I'm doing that, but it's what's currently happening. And we got more wood panels right here. And these suckers can go one right here and one right here. And you know what? We could scale it up even further because yeah, we could even go so far and scale it up even further because look at all this empty space right here. But I'm going to say that's good because I want to texture. So we're going to get into texturing on that. Should we do texturing, or should we just wait till we can get some music back? Because I can't stream music while my wife's in class. And we did a bunch of UVs, and like that's essentially the process. But dang it, I want to get to texturing, so let's get to texturing. It'll be fine. All right, so what material are we working on? We should be working with the roof material. Great. And then we'll create a base color here. And whatever, we'll go 4K with it, 4096. Doesn't matter the color, because we're going to go with a color grid here, and we'll hit OK. And for some reason, we had that one selected. Let's go to object mode. Let's jump over here. Actually, let's do the big one. Okay, and then to texture paint mode. And I gotta pick some colors. So, kind of feeling like a blue. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think for the rooftop colors? Like I'm thinking like a blue closer, like, and then like kind of blend it with a black. But I don't know. Here, let's take a look at some hand-painted roof tiles together, and we'll determine together which ones we want to do. So what do we see right now? Cool. So let's go to Sketchfab. And let's take a look at some hand-painted tiles, hand-painted houses. And let's see what other people have done, and then kind of determine what we want to do. So we got this medieval house here. This looks like a decent little set. They don't look modular. They just look like normal houses. But we've got these kind of red roof tiles that they've got going on. Kind of like that. With a little bit of the wood. Maybe they are modular pieces. Or maybe they were built that way. But it's not. They're not giving you a set. They're just giving you the final pieces. Because it looks like you can see the pieces between them. Okay, so we got red. And let's pull that up in a new tab. And then let's take a look at this one. What do they got here? We got some greens. Ooh, that's pretty. But that's literally all painting. There's no geometry there. And if we were to check that, I would be surprised if I was wrong. Yeah, so it's basically just flat geometry. And they just all painted that and then added. Oh, they literally just painted that. Crazy. Crazy. All right, well, when I hand paint, I use geometry because I'm a cheater. All right, we got some red roof tiles over here too. These will be, I think these are probably also, yeah, these are just painted. People are loving these red roof tiles. But this is close to Army's ocean blue. Kind of, maybe if we got something like that. This is kind of the color that I was thinking along the lines of. So let's open that up in a new tab. Ooh. So I'm just trying to think for like a village. Like if you were gonna create if I was gonna create a village of all these houses, purple probably. That's like the color of poison. That's probably not something we would want to see. Let's do architecture. Just because it wasn't. But this one's cute. It's a cute little house with some blue tiles, some blue roof tiles. Kind of cool with that. All right, yeah, I think we're gonna go with blue. What do you guys like better? Do you guys like the red better, or do you guys like the blue better overall? So we've got these red ones, which are nice, and then we've got like a blue color like this. So blue color, which I was originally thinking about doing, or red color, which would probably look a little bit more realistic for like villages, but I'm gonna leave that up to you. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat, and then we will go about picking our color palettes. Oh look, they do have the whole modular piece over here for 15 bucks. Cool. I was gonna sell my set for 20 because it's gonna come with a lot more than just the house. Cool. Josue, blue, blue, blue. Army, Sith. No one's saying red. All right, we're going with blue then. So let's go over to the Adobe colors and grab some colors here. So let's just do blue. I don't know. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. That is not. I didn't. Let's see what they got for us. Ooh, look at this blue palette. I think this is the one. I think that's the one, but maybe it's this one. Oh, they got so many blues. All right, I'm definitely gonna add this one to my library for sure. And we'll add that one. And bright blue doesn't make sense, I think. So we'll add those three. All right, cool. So let's check these out, and we'll get a little bit more. So we got these colors. I really like those. These are pretty much the same. And then these are a bit darker. But the contrast really isn't there. So I'm going to say these are out, which is going to be between these two. And honestly, even though they're really, really close to each other, I think we're going to go with this one. So let's create our roof palette, or blue roof palette. And then we'll just add in these colors. So go back to sculpting left. And the cool thing, I don't know if you guys use Blender or not, but the cool thing about using the Adobe Suite for or the color.adobe.com to get these colors is that they give you the hex codes, and then all you got to do is just plop them in. And then you don't have to like play around inside Blender's internal color wheel and try to find the colors that you're really looking for. And try to create a palette off of that. And I just think that makes it super easy. And definitely speeds up the time. So. All right, cool. So we got 5 colors for our palette. Now we got to pick a base color here. And I think I want the primary color here to be this. I think I want that to be the primary color. So second to the left will be our primary roof tile color. And then we can get in there with some brighter and darker bits. So let's go ahead and close that. Grab the Huion, glove again. And then we can start texturing. Let me see if we can get some music back. Maybe. I don't have anything downloaded. I wonder if I could download this all and then like, because I'm not streaming it from the internet. Here, let me try that. How long would it take to download all of these? Probably a minute. It's probably gonna take me a minute. Yeah. Can't download the whole thing. Bummer. Okay, good to know. Next time I will create. Oh, no. Even just streaming right now is causing YouTube to have some troubles. So we may have to cut this thing short, maybe just doing one of these, and then I'll just update you guys once I've worked on it a bit more. So, all right, let's get in here with a little bit of the darker patterns here. So, oh no, Who we on? Okay, here we go. You're balancing the internet band listening to music from my side? Oh, okay, cool. Well, thanks, Adorno. Thanks for making the stream a little bit better on your side for me. Kind of bummed I don't have the ability to stream music right now, but what are you going to do, huh? All right, so we want to go darker, especially along the bottom here. So take this. What are we? Strength is there. What are we looking at for that? Yeah, I feel like sculpting like this. Can I set the world? Okay, let's go to the world settings and brighten up our background a bit. So then I should be able to choose the world. No, okay. Such a dark color. All right, whatever. So let's get in here with a little bit of darkness. Move the keyboard out of the way because I don't really need it right now. Excuse me, sir. Why are you not letting me paint on these faces? I can paint on these. I can paint there. And I can paint there. The heck is going on here? All right, let's go back to single color. Everything go back to the. Let's go back to object mode. And just check something because I feel like something is maybe off here. Let's check face orientation. That'll do it. That'll do it. Look at the orientation of some of these faces. All right, so let's do shift in. It'll recalculate that for us. All right, looks like the rest of them are good, so I don't know what the heck was going on there. But now we should be able to paint on those. Yeah, there we go. Now I can paint on that. But I messed up the other one, so let's go ahead and fill that over. Start over now. Oh, and let's turn off that face orientation because it's going to throw off the color map. Cool. Yeah, Caden, I am talking right now. Is it not coming through really well? Listen, I mean, it's telling me that it's good. This is basically as I can take my mouse or my stuff slightly louder. Maybe. How about we try that? Is that okay? Is that good? I've got my audio box. My audio box is set to where the mouse is basically coming out the same size, or like as high as it, or the mic is coming out as loud as it can for the most part without peaking on a regular basis. Like if I were to do that, now you can hear me louder, but you know, now I'm gonna peak. So we're gonna take that back down there. So I just turned up the main a little bit. But if you're saying it's good, then it's good, I guess. Sorry for no music, guys. I know you were in the stream earlier, but my wife has started her class, and so now we don't get music because she's got a video streamer class. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of darkness underneath these shingles. Don't worry about it too much. You like the peeking? Get out of here. Get out of here, Caden. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And then because of the way that we layered, actually like. Yeah, because my wife is on the stream, we're getting a lot of. Oh, you want an ASMR, Sith? Is that what you want? Sith, you want an ASMR texturing? Got it. I can do this. I'm sorry for the rest of you, but this is requested by Sith, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Hope you're all doing well and that your art journey is going good. You're all fabulous, wonderful human beings, and your art matters. Your art is good, and it will be good forever, and you'll keep improving, and it's going to be wonderful. Blame Sith for this development. You're disturbed. Army's disturbed. I'm sorry, Army. Okay, that was good. I'm done. I'm done with ASMR art. CG Matter called first on the ASMR in the Blender community. Really? Yeah, that's just weird. All right, so just want to create a little bit of some brightening effect where the pieces are going up. So like on the sides here, just adding a little lighter color overall. And actually, let's go back to the fill brush, and we're going to drop that fill brush down to like 0.2. Because once we get in here and like hand paint all this junk, things are going to get crazy. And I'm going to want to be able to just kind of overwrite it. So, oh no, part of that is not going to, it doesn't like that. Bummer. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do the ASMR art anymore. Definitely not. He's got that quirky, eccentric artist vibe. You never know what you're gonna get. Could try it. I could try it. I had some students tell me once that I should do some ASMR, and I think they were joking, but then I happen to have a mic. Let me pull up some roof tiles. Where are my roof tile examples? Because I don't want to do this from imagination. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, and we're going to want to create... go to the line brush here, and we want to create different markings like this. So we'll do like that, and then we can take it on the uptick, and then it comes down again. And I kind of want to try to follow the geometry a little bit on it. I don't want to necessarily make them straight, but then we'll get in there and clean it up because they won't really have completely straight lines. So we're just going to create it, call it good once we've gotten these lines in here, and then go rough those lines up a bit. So YouTube keeps coming in and telling me like, hey, your stream's not going to make it. Something guess. ASMR is good for some things, but it's a little hard for learning tutorials, especially since you're an auditory learner. Yeah, I get that. I do love ASMR though. But I got really disappointed when I found out like my favorite ASMR artist, she quit doing ASMR. I think she like got recognized by a couple of people in her community, and the pressure of that kind of got to her. Let's take it like that, and then this one comes down, so we'll pop it there. Comes up, and there's one there. Yeah, I was really sad. I was really sad when I found out she was stopping. But what are you gonna do? You know, like gotta respect it. So this is one of my favorite things to do when hand painting. I know I'm not very good at it, so here's my workflow. Do with it what you will. So once I've like marked out these kind of harsh, dark lines, I like to go back to the base color and with the fill brush on a really low strength, just like to fill in over it, which kind of dulls out those lines a bit. And it also dulls out some of the other stuff so that it looks like there's more wear and tear on it than just, like hard coloring. And I think that makes it look a little bit better. So Sai says, you're out for the night. Have a good night. Good luck with the texturing. Hope to see the final product soon. We will be seeing the final product soon enough. I don't know how soon, but this will be the project that we'll be streaming on a regular basis. And I want to get this done, so we'll be doing a lot of UVing and texturing going forward. So have a good night, Sai. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Let's undo that one. I don't want to take it that far. Maybe there is good for now. And then we don't need to be on the line anymore. Let's go back to space. Okay, cool. So let's take that lighter color here, and actually I probably want even to go even brighter on that, but we'll start with the lighter color, and then we'll lighten up all of the edges here, and then even add some lightness to the darkness that we added. So that it's going to look more like their individual tiles. This will look good by the time I'm done. I kind of promise. It doesn't necessarily look great right now, but it'll be there when we get there. Okay, and the higher something up, the brighter I want it to be. So significantly lighter there. It's probably fine. Any of you guys do environment art? Like, I know that's what I'm doing right now, but I don't generally do environment art. This is more like a... Look at that. From a distance, it's coming together. Already. See some dulling there. I've been playing around with the idea of this like tomb, because I've got somewhat of a like a tiny little 3D anime planned, but I'm not sure really how that's going to go. But I've never really done like large scale modular environment art, so I'm going to have to, and I'm going to have to make a bunch of pieces for it. If I actually decide to make that movie series, but I think I will. So Army, you can go ahead and you can color it, but you can't make it. That's fair. Army, I think I missed it. Did you say you had completed your first semester of teaching, or your first semester of teacher school? Have I ever tried Houdini? No. No, I haven't. I am strictly a Blender guy. I wish we had music right now. Freaking late night classes. What are they doing having class at 9 o'clock at night, Florida time? First semester of teacher school. Okay. Okay. How'd you like it? Have you gotten better at scaffolding yet? Have they covered scaffolding yet? Are you still trying to do elementary school teaching? Even though I've warned you against it? Yeah. Shoot, I should probably learn some other 3D software, but to be honest, I do not have the time. And Blender's got everything that I need, so I'm good. Alright, and this is kind of low, so we'll just kind of brighten up this section. Kind of punch in some color here. Haven't covered scaffolding yet, but you still want to teach 4th grade. Man. Houdini's way better for modular assets. I'm a Blender user too, but Houdini's going to take over unless Blender can adapt the same type of workflow. I mean, I'll disagree with that, man. Blender 2.8's killing it. I don't think Blender's going anywhere. In fact, I think Blender 2.8 is going to be, or like Blender itself is going to be better over time. But that's coming from a guy who doesn't know, you know, Houdini. But I think, honestly, making modular assets in this has been pretty easy. So I can't imagine it being easier. All right, so we've got some kind of roughed up tiles here. Now we want to put in some more deets. So we'll come in along the bottom here, make it a little darker. Add some depth. And then we'll, where the shadow is bigger, come in with a bigger shadow. Adwa, thank you. I'm working on it still. Giving it some shots. So take it a little bit. I don't want it to there we go. Something like that. And then because this is larger, take that down a little bit. Let's go back over that. Some. Get rid of some of that shadow. I think I got rid of a little too much. Something like that's probably fine. Look at that. We're starting to get what looks like some real depth here, some real shadows. Freaking texture magic. I wish it were good enough to be texture magic, but it is not. It is not texture magic. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I know it's kind of annoying when there's no music going on, but I appreciate you being here. All right, let's continue with the shadow work. Shadow's gonna go down here. Gonna take that over. So we're just gonna continue the shadow bit right here, right up in here. And eventually it's gonna ride over. Okay, so we'll come in here and kind of touch that up. Maybe a darker blue towards the edge that's not really shadow, but can kind of help blend the shadow into yeah, that looks really good from that angle. That looks really good from that angle. But it's getting better. It's getting better. Now here's the part that I don't like is when I start doing this, it's gonna start making those shadows appear at the top a little bit because those are basically hanging out on top of each other. So it's going to look weird for shadows to exist there. So we're not going to want to shadow those that dark. So instead, let's take a little bit of, let's go back over that section with our base color here. And then we'll shadow it with some darkness. And then we can kind of also cover this darkness up here, and it's going to be just fine. Should be pretty okay. Love pressure sensitivity painting. It's quite nice. go in here with a... Alright, we've got to touch this section up a bit. And as we touch it up, it'll start looking a little bit better. Okay. So there we go. We've got some pretty decent roof tiles on us. Let me come along here at the bottom and give a little more love to the bottom section. And then we're going to have to get in here and kind of touch up these lines a bit. I don't want them to be too sharp, but they should be definite. All right, there we go, and let's go ahead and save this this file here. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Wait, didn't I name it? Oh, I just called it roof base color. Let's go ahead and name this. So, roof base color, blue, 4096. All right, and as a benefit of what we had worked on, now we've got these done and these done. But we still have a lot more to do, so we can keep going in. But I'm not quite finished with them, I guess. I want to do some more. I want to see some more detail on these. So let's go in and let's add some like moldy spots, I guess. For that, we'll switch over to the space. Let's get the airbrush here. And I just want it to like kind of lightly punch in some moldy areas. And what are we looking at as far as the jitter? Jitter's not too bad. Rate's okay, I guess. Maybe something like that. And I feel like the damage shouldn't just be on one or two tiles. It should probably kind of like flow along the house. So creating an area. Let's go back with some blue and cover that up just a bit. Don't want it to be too prominent, don't want it to be too dark, just want to put enough of it there that we kind of get some like differing colors going on in sections. Alright, we can get some, maybe some like, oh, I don't like that. Alright, maybe we get some really dark. Really dark patches in there, and then combat that a little bit. With some lighter junk. Okay, so we did this. We dirtied up these roof tiles. They're looking a lot better. And I know I'm going a little light in some areas. And that's okay. Come along and try to blend these together. But now our roof tiles have character that they didn't have before. And let's go back to our strength or our fill brush here and just lightly go over it, which makes it all look a little bit more uniform, but I actually liked it better. So we're gonna undo that. We'll save the file and save the texture. And there we go. We have these kind of roughed up roof tiles in blue. And we've got so many more tiles to do. So many more tiles. Alright, let's go back to object mode here. Got a couple of these done. I guess we can come to these tiles now and fill these in. Are these the... okay. So this is the bottom. So we actually need to... we're going to select these. And then we're going to turn on paint masking. Because I'm going to have to texture them differently. So let's go all the way full strength, please. There we go. And then we just kind of repeat that process of kind of lightening up these tiles and going back over them a little bit. And then we get to add in some extra detail down here because they're going to have some like additional color. So, yeah. All right, so let's go back to the line brush and add in. Gonna have one here, and there's gonna be one there, and obviously one here, and one here. This is just how we start out. There we go. Cool. Oh, thanks for this. Bellator, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the subscribe. Appreciate it. All right, so, oh no, I don't want to have the line anymore. And let's go back to the space setting here. And we'll just kind of lightly touch this up like we did before, where we kind of outline our sections in lighter colors. Okay. There you go. And past that point, no one's going to really see, so I don't care if it goes part of the way and only part of the way. So then we can kind of go back over that, and then we start the process of roughing out these tiles again. So kind of come in here and like define them a little bit. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so I think now we can start putting in some shadow. Like right here. Oh yeah. So Army, do you think you could do this? If I got you models and you just like play around and hand paint them? Obviously you see the quality I create, so I'm not looking for incredible junk. Here, I can kind of toughen up these a little bit. I feel like they'd be a little dirtier because they're at the bottom maybe. All right, and now for the airbrush. come in here and kind of rough up these tiles and you could more than likely. Yeah. All right. Well, when we get to the point where I am kind of ready to see if anybody wants to assist on it, I will post it in the Discord. You just let me know. All right, so we're just adding some dark spots here. And then we'll come back and go over the same area again with some lighter dots. All right, so we'll come in here with some kind of lighter spray. Okay, this one's not looking as good as the other one, but it's okay. We'll come in here with the original base color and smooth it over, which should do a good job of blending it and creating more dynamic. Instead of it just looking like dots, should actually end up looking just like dirt specks. Hmm. Okay. All right, we're just retouching up some of these. Now that it's not all one exact color, so that way we can say it looks a little textured. And there we go. All right. Now for the bottom, let's go back into edit mode and select all of this. And I actually need some wood palettes. So let me grab my trusty wood palette. And we'll bring in those colors and paint on these colors. Maybe a little darker wood this time. Actually, okay, so I feel like, yeah, the underside of this should be, it definitely should be wood. Because if it's not wood, it's just going to end up being like, oh, here. There we go. I was either thinking it could be wood or it could be metal. And I feel like wood is a better fit for it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot this is the longest one. Okay. All right, and then we want these to, you're never gonna see underneath them, or realistically, you probably won't see underneath them in an animation. But if you decide to look up from underneath them, I want you to be able to, like, notice that hey, these are actually, like repeating textures. So we're just gonna create some basic lines here. Will it not let me paint on this side? Uh-oh. Face orientation. Yep, that's the right face orientation, so why won't you let me paint on you? It is painting. It's just painting the wrong color. There we go. Here, let's do this. Want these to actually line up. So there we go. So we have 4 wooden panels here. And then I don't know if I want this to be wood, but I guess I'll go ahead and make it that one. So we got 5 little wooden panels here that that will continue on. So I guess we'll just keep on working on the wood then. All right, hand painting wood. So we'll take it and come this way a little bit. And maybe do some jutting out like that, and maybe some one here. I don't know. We'll cover over it. It's all good. Just don't want it to look too too straight. So just want to create these little like pull away patterns. Okay. Cool. So we want to do some trying to add in here some. Oh, it's not adding any color because dummy. There we go. Trying to add in some wood grain pattern now. So I just want to like create a wood grain that's kind of consistent. For each one, and then we'll kind of follow it. Maybe we'll take it up and go this way with it as well. And I've kind of come to think that maybe I have a weird way of creating like a wood grain or a wood hand painted texture, but I don't know. I found that this kind of works for me as I'm working on wood texture, and it's really just like create a wood grain lightly, go over it a few times with one color, and then once you kind of have the grain set, you can go back over it again with some lighter and darker colors, and then since you're setting it like this, creating the actual detail in the wood grain won't be too hard because you've already generated a lot of the work by creating the grain strokes beneath. At least that's kind of how I think about it, and it works for me. So, Brawl, search Pika. Like Pika wood. I mean, that doesn't bring anything up for me. Brawl. Casey Dutton, thanks for subscribing. If you're in the stream, welcome to the stream. Is it as bad as the Yowie hands? No, the my way of doing wood is a lot better than the Yowie hands. All right, so we've started to get kind of the wood grain in here a little bit. So now we can go a bit darker. And let me just lower the strength a bit. And then we'll kind of follow along with the wood grain that we created. And it'll all come together after not only we go darker, but we'll add in the lighter colors and then do some final touch-ups. And it helps if you could see, but it's kind of hard with all the lighting that I've got going on in here to see the texture. And we'll go back over with the base color here just to Alright, so we'll take that darker tone and we'll go to the next one, which was, I feel like, this, if I can see it correctly. Yeah, Army, you think it looks good? It'll look better by the time we're done. But I feel like one of those like splatter artists, because I'm just adding like lines and trying to follow the original curve that I set. And I don't think I'm doing that really well. Looks like the wood is kind of turning in the middle. Okay, so if we were to, I don't know, I'm spending so much time on this one piece. And you're like never gonna see the underside of this wood, but I got, in the off chance that someone buys this and they in the off chance that someone buys it and they set it up and they look underneath, I want to make sure that they don't look underneath and be like, oh no, the asset's kind of incomplete, you know? All right, so we can go back over this with the lighter strokes now. And now that we've got some darker curves in here, we can kind of see how things are flowing with the wood. That actually looks like it's coming together as real wood. I'm impressed. And it reaffirms the fact that like I have a real workflow. And maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it works for me. And I'm okay with it, and I like the way that it looks. Which at the end of the day, you know, if it's your art, isn't that the point? That you need to like the way it looks? I just totally neglected this piece over here. But we can't neglect it. Yeah, you were right. You were right. There was absolutely a flow to the wood. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can actually get in here and like add some real kind of darker or lighter spots. And the reason we're able to do that is now that we've got the flow for our wood, the darker and lighter spots are actually more present naturally. So like we could take this and kind of split this off over here, and then like, oh hey, look, here's a darker section that we can kind of outline and lightly fill in our wood section, and maybe kind of come back and darken that up, and then at the same time go around the outside with the lightest of our colors here and like give it some depth, and then kind of blend it in. Oh, I'm covering over that. So we got a little dark spot that has kind of occurred here naturally through the flow. Kind of do something like that. And we don't have to get too big into it, but take this and go like that. Let's come over here to where it was. Kind of fill this in. With some brighter. Yeah, okay. Gonna take that down there, and then let's come in here with a Juan Jose Salazar Morales. Hey, can you ask you something? Should I sculpt with symmetry and ZBrush or not? One, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know ZBrush, but I sculpt in symmetry all the time with Blender. So, you know, it's kind of up to you. Depends how realistic you're trying to go, right? If you're trying to do more cartoony feels and more cartoony sculpts, having that symmetry is totally fine. Like if you look at a lot of like professional CG models, like in the movie Onward or in the Frozen series, you're gonna notice that they're basically symmetrical on either side. And though like they're, imperfection is kind of the perfection of 3D art, they're not really meant to be anything but symmetrical. So the symmetry doesn't really bother us. So it's kind of totally dependent upon what you're working on, would be my answer. But if you were going for super realism, definitely not. Definitely do not sculpt in symmetry. Sculpt each side individually. No problem, man. No problem. Happy to help. Gosh, I do miss the music, man. But even right now, my internet's still telling me like, hey, be careful. Thankfully, I think this is like the last week my wife has her online classes at night on Thursdays. So with a little luck, we'll be able to put music back into our or on Tuesday. I think her last class is Thursday is what I meant to say. So with a little luck, on Tuesday, we will be able to bring back the music. And the stream won't crash from lack of internet bandwidth. Yeah, like even right now, it's just like, we're still buffering. So, sorry if you guys are buffering. Ooh, weird question. This is going to be a weird question. So, my wife's being a writer, right? And one of the things she likes to write is like romance novels or romance scenes. She wrote not a Teen Titan. It's the Attack on Titan. She wrote an Attack on Titan fan fiction. That was actually really, really good. And like, I'm not just saying that because she's my wife. Like, I don't play that game. She hates it, but I won't like tell her something is good if something is terrible. I just don't do that. So when I say it was quite good, her writing was quite good, and it improved greatly over the course of like the series. But she wrote like 80,000 words in this thing, and so now she's getting to the point where she's starting to write romance novels. And so here's my question. If you were going to read a romance novel, would you want there to be more story than smut, or more smut than story? Or would you want something like whatever the story you wanted to go, that like the story is really, really solid, and then the smut that just happens to appear there in there is like well fitted and well timed, and like the tension is built up. So I know it's a weird question. It's not usually what we talk about here. But I'm curious because my wife and I were talking about it. Because she's looking to like never go back to retail and start writing. And one of the quick and easy things to write are some romance novels. And apparently, as her research was showing, the romance novel field is not filled with wonderful stories or like wonderful high quality stories. It's just not a thing. So I thought I'd ask what you guys thought. All right, so there we go. We have the wood, and the cool thing about that is there's our wood too. Gotta love good UVs. so much more of this to do. Caden, we will be selling them probably on Amazon. We'll be self-publishing on Amazon. So we'll see. We'll see. Her and I are also writing a non-romance novel together. I'm doing all the world building and like coming up with how things are functioning and everything. And she is actually doing the actual writing of the story. So it's going to be a really cool idea concept. So, but we're writing on that. I hope to have that one finished by the end of the year, and then I don't know if we'll try to go like traditional publisher or we'll just do Amazon publishing for the first novel or something. But these romance novels will probably be published on Amazon. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? Answer my question. Give me some feedback on that. Help me win an argument with my wife over what people want out of romance novels, I guess. So you thought of a good idea for something similar to a romance novel the other day. Reason you were curious. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you were gonna read a romance novel, and I'm not saying that you would, but if you were going to, and you were going to admit it, would you want the would you want the story to be good, or would you want there to be like the story to be okay as long as you've got a decent smut amount in the romance novel? What's your opinion on this? I don't know if you have to have a specific ACC to publish. We're still in the very early stages. She was like planning out today. She was kind of outlining the story out today, and then getting it prepared to start writing some things down. So let's turn on paint masking, jump into edit mode here, and do what we did on the other ones. So here we go. Fill brush. We definitely want to fill this. Let's go back to our blue roof palette. There's our base color. Fill that in. Cool. All right. These are mostly being mimicked, apparently. But not fully being mimicked. That's weird. Oh well, whatever. So, the good story always comes first. Yeah, that's kind of where we figured. But I was really just surprised at how much stuff was out there. Like we came across this one that was like a man turns into a lion. That one was a weird one. Also, apparently, there's a Christian erotica publisher. I didn't realize that was a thing. Doesn't make sense that there would be, but whatever, I guess. So we had a good laugh looking at those titles. All right, cool. Wonder why. Oh, I know why those are. Well, the other ones aren't. Because we stacked these on top of each other because they were so dang close to each other, and then we did not do that for. Oh, let's get out of the. Hey, Jordan, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? How's your night going? Or day, depending on where you're at. Alright, let's go ahead and put some shadow on here. I'm doing alright, Jordan. Besides the fact that we can't listen to music tonight because my wife is in class, so been streaming this and just kind of, doing art, no music. And it's not as fun. It's not as fun. But other than that, having a good night. Alright, so we want to continue to give the illusion that these are different tiles. Yeah, this is a roof for an animation that we've got planned. We've got the other roof tiles over here. But it's also it's a modular asset set that I'm intending to sell. So once it's done and I'm happy with it, we will I'll probably put it up on like Blender Market or something. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. Like this is the roof, but aside from the roof, there's like walls, and I still have to finish modeling the porch set and everything. So there's a whole bunch, and then there's some accessories like some windows and whatever. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that are going into this model. But right now, yeah, we're just working on the roof tiles, hoping to get everything textured on this stream, and then maybe we'll pick it up again Saturday, working on the walls and the accessories. I gotta stop saying, well, I'll stream on Saturday. I've been saying that the last few streams, and I just haven't done it. I've like woken up and been like, all right, I need to record videos or other stuff instead of streaming, because I don't have time during my normal week to stream or to do a lot of the recordings. All right, so let's go back to the fill brush. And that kind of dims that out for us, which is good. And then we can get in here with some more of this shadow. All right, let's get in here with the airbrush again, and then we can airbrush on some darker spots. All right, that looks pretty dark on my other screen. It doesn't look too dark on it doesn't look too dark on my my monitor or my drawing tablet, but it looks pretty dark on the stream. So I'm just trying to rough it up a bit, but it looks like I'm doing a little bit more damage than I intend to. That's okay, just like with the other ones, we'll touch it back up. Alright, so now we can get back. Let's create some shadow, because it will basically always be in the shadow here along the wooden panel. So we can kind of blend all of this darkness together and there we go. I was wondering why. Thought I had picked the right color. Apparently, I had not. All right, and there we go. So we've got some now roughed up looking tiles. And the bottom is done. And then I'm going to have to pick a wall color. But I think the wall color is going to be... it's just going to be like a white, like a plaster white. Let's move that out of my face a little bit. Gosh, that actually looks really good. I don't want to toot my own horn here, but if we look at this one, I still have to fix up these bottom faces, but totally doable. All right, let's go to our wood pattern. And everything dark wood. There we go. It's all dark now. But towards the bottom here, you don't want the plaster white for the sides? Or are you telling me for the wood? Like, you want me to try a soft pink for the wood? Is that what you're saying? Ah, the wifey is done. But does that mean we get music now? Hey, Floofin. Okay, she's done with class. So I should be able to play music again. This is wonderful. This is good news. Let's see if it lasts. Let's see what YouTube thinks about some music. All right. All right. So I kind of want this. We'll take do like this color. For the wall color, okay. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that either. Oh no, what's going on there? Looks like I'll have to fix that. Here, let's come down here and fix this. That's strange. There should be enough bleed over. There should definitely be enough bleed over to where that wouldn't happen. So I'm not sure why that color is doing that. All right, we'll try the soft pink if that's what you really want. You're the color girl. All right, call it wall color. I think something like this will work well for the walls. But you're telling me that that's not good, so let's do like... I don't really want bricks, let's do plaster. No, it doesn't quite work. That's too gray. All right, what if we try this? No, that is too pink. Okay, so I gotta find something that's like a cross between those. Alright, let's try this. No. That's, I think, the lightest. Yeah, so my wife finished class, so now we have music again. And I think the internet's handling it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling the pinks. What about plaster? What does plaster actually look like? Maybe it's a different... I feel like old school plaster. maybe this. Maybe this is what we want. So let's remove these pink ones. Alright, we'll do something like that. And then we can take the darker one. Yeah, I think that works. Army, what do you think? Hope she had a good class. Ah, she probably did. But when I get out of here, I'm probably gonna hear about how they oh, I have so many more of these tiles to do. Gosh, I spent so much time UVing, and it just takes so much time to hand paint all these. All right, here's the good news. Let's get some base color down on them. And then kind of go from there, I guess. Okay, cool. So I picked some good colors then. Gosh. All right. Fill brush. We want to fill in. Oh yeah, this is wood palette here. Boom. Okay, and then we go to the wall colors. That's not it. There we go. All right. I've got to figure out definitely how to copy that wood texture, because maybe I shouldn't. I'm gonna have to redo a wood texture because otherwise it's gonna look weird. So, okay, whatever. We'll just paint it a default color, which I believe for that wood was that color. Alright, we have so much work to do. But I think everything at this point has been given some color, and we've basically seen everything except here for some reason. Alright, cool. So we can go ahead and save this, and we'll test this. Gosh, these tiles are looking really good, but it's just going to take forever to get them right and to finish it up. And it's already freaking 10:30. Wood's unique. It has its own tune. Each one should have a different flow. Yeah. Well, not each one of them, but like... So most people probably won't even notice the textures are repeating. But the reason why I wanted unique tiles for all of them, so I didn't stack all the tiles together when I could have. Okay, let's go to layout. Let's take a look at this, what this looks like. All right. Let me put this a little bit more, a little easier to see. shouldn't be reflective. There we go. Yeah, I don't want that to reflect at all. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so all of this natural blue is stuff that we haven't painted yet. We got a lot of natural blue. We got a lot of those to do. Plus the wood underneath for some of them. So, and I should probably add some like darker wood grain to the outsides of these. So, all right, but we're gonna go ahead and save everything and make sure that the image is saved. And I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. So it's been good. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you sticking through even though there was no music for most of the stream because my internet couldn't handle it. But I would love to say I'll be back on Saturday, and you know what, I'm going to be honest, I'll plan on being back on Saturday, but if you want to see updates for how these are being created, you know, pop in the Discord. You're more likely to see updates here. But if we do stream on Saturday, and definitely next Tuesday, we'll come back to these and continue working on them, and I'll probably continue working on them off the stream just so I can get some more done. So maybe by next stream, we'll be done with the roof tiles, and we'll just be working on the walls and making sure the walls are correct and they look nice and free, I guess. I don't know. So, we'll see. So, it's been good, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time.